make sure for a moment if this is actually the problem. So I'm going to put this back in and then we'll see if we can start it. Welcome to part 2 of our European road trip. Now, we left Munich on Monday, it's now Wednesday, and we're currently residing in the Italian Alps. We didn't film so much of the road trip on Monday because we thoroughly enjoyed ourselves at Oktoberfest and didn't really feel like being on camera on Monday.
I drank over.
Very hungover. Oh, Christ on a bike. But what we've done is spend a few days chilling out here in Bormio, and now we're making our way back over the Alps. Where are we heading to today, Peter?
Furka Pass.
Furka Pass. So we're on our way there, and we're basically slowly, over a couple of days, wiggling our way home. We only have 2 cars left with us. Most of the participants left for home on Monday and they're all now tucked up in bed. But we're still going strong. So we're going to see if we can nurse this old Daimler back over the mountains, through a few passes, onto the French motorways, head for Calais. So the Daimler is still doing rather well. As you would have seen in the previous video, all of the Chinese components that I bought have failed miserably. So the bonnet straps, they failed before we even got to Dover. One of the electric fans failed in the workshop for the cooling fan, and the other one failed somewhere at the bottom of Germany. Fuel gauge never really worked. Both compressors have died, so our clutch is now very heavy. So we're not a very good advertisement for China right now. But what I will say, the British components of the car, although they weren't very good to begin with, are still working as they should be, and the engine is still running perfectly fine. We do have some small problems in traffic and hills, which is fine because we've only got main motorways and mountains to go home on. She's doing alright. She's a bit of a pain in the arse to drive with a heavy clutch and no power steering, but makes it a little bit more interesting. Maybe when we get home we spend just a little bit more money on some of the more essential components. Spending a tenner on 2 electric fans was probably not the way forward, was it? We are now on our way to a local restaurant to sample some of Italian's finest delicacies. We'll see you there. Well, here we are now at one of the most famous and exclusive Italian restaurants.
My favourite place in the whole world.
What do you think of a traditional Italian breakfast then?
Very, very tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken wings from McDonald's are delicious, as I would have thought they would be.
Yeah.
And then my 2 burgers that I'm going to have for breakfast as well.
Mm-hmm.
Also absolutely delicious.
So it's a yes from you.
It's always a yes from me when McDonald's is concerned.
Well, this is a bit of a squeaky bum moment. Oh well. Bugger me. We have 500 metres to a rest stop, but we can cool it off and get water. We have a merge lane up here. Really ruining our day at the moment. Really do us some fans at this point. Bloody hell. Made it into the service stop. I'm going to top her up with water and let her cool off. Poor old girl. Let that all cool down.
We're going to get a bite to eat. Can't be bad.
Wonder that fan's not working, really.
Yeah.
Just a bit hot and bothered, you know. That's nice. Didn't spill a drop.
British dog that. There he is, look.
Oh yeah. Much better. Engine is cool. Men are watered and fed. Everything is good.
Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been testing so much, all these restless nights, all these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window.
What a lovely place to stop for absolutely no reason at all.
But now I slide through the hood in the mid zone. You gotta separate yourself just to elevate. I keep some drink in my cup to see through the hate. Sometimes on the road, you gotta press the brakes. I got a lesson plan for all my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of my best and my worst days. Proud of all my feet when I touch the ground. In front of me in Beijing, and they know the sound. Make mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me yet, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. It's not even bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been defending back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been defending back just to live this life.
Absolutely cooking. Well, we managed to get her down that final pass. We got some water in her by a nice little stream. And most of it now should be much easier. We've now got our sights set for Calais. We're going to drive and drive and drive until we get so tired we have to stop or drink beer. And then we will pull over, find a nice Airbnb, sleep for tonight, hit the road again in the morning. Well, the sun is now setting over the lovely Swiss Alps. We've got ourselves a very lovely new driver here. Lovely. Peter's in the back, relaxing. He's destroyed our roof while he's been in there as well. 5 minutes he was in there and he did that. Our original plan was to stop somewhere in the middle of France, but we've since decided to be real men and we've changed our end destination for home. So that is now pointing towards Calais. So we've got an 8.5 hour drive to get there. It's about 6:30 now, and when we get to Calais we'll have about an hour train ride once we get through customs, and then a little jaunt up the M25 and the A303, which should get us back sometime in the morning, provided all goes well. Daimler is much happier in the cool air, men are much calmer.
I think we might all run out of money and energy.
Indeed. See you at home. Right, you join us here somewhere in the middle of northern France. As you can see, since the nice sunny day in the mountains, the climate inside the Daimler has changed remarkably. The lack of heaters and the many holes led to it being rather cold. So I've been into a local French service station, bought myself a new get-up. It is now coming up to 1:45 in the morning. We've been on the road since 8 o'clock. So with my calculations, that's 48 hours of driving today. The old girl is doing well. We are 3 hours and 40 minutes away from Calais. And we've got a Euro tunnel at 6 o'clock in the morning. Good news. Then, when we were only 2 hours away from our train, the car randomly decided to switch off on a French motorway. Thankfully, I found a slipway to roll into. We popped the bonnet and got to diagnosing. Right, so I got the start solenoid, start-stop solenoid out now, and if we have a look in the pump here as well, if we pump with, oh, my hat doesn't fall out, down where the solenoid's meant to go in, if I pump my hand, we can see that diesel is coming out, so the lift pump's working. So we can only assume that hopefully it is this. What we're going to do for now is just take this little plunger out and this spring out in here, and that will allow the engine, or should allow the engine to run, but it won't allow us to switch it off. We might be able to steal the other sub solenoid from the timing advance on the pump, but we just want to make sure for a moment if this is actually the problem. So I'm going to put this back in and then we'll see if we can start it. Yeah, right, that's good news. That obviously worked, and we've got a little lever on the side of the pump that we can switch it off with. So we'll chuck it all back together for now, head for the boat. If we have to switch it off, we'll just hop out and open the bonnet, switch it off that way. Bloody hell. Right, well, we're back on the road again. We had our last fuel stop, and we're now an hour and 42 minutes away from the Eurotunnel station. Unfortunately, that's if you're travelling at the French motorway speed of nearly 80 miles an hour, which the Jeep in front of us can't sustain. Now our train is at 6:15, and you need to be there an hour before check-in. Our arrival time is currently 5:30, so it's looking like we're not going to make it, but we're going to do our absolute best. If we miss that train, there is a train after, but that will put us on the M25 for rush hour. It's not ideal when you haven't got radiator fans and it's bumper to bumper traffic. So let's hope and pray we get this train. Long day. We made it to the train in the nick of time. If we look at our little clock here, we've got 10 minutes to spare. And thankfully we've got all our friends. Good news. Well, we made it on the train. Did forget to take the CV area off though. And we're currently removing a load of the vents from the roof by the sounds of it.
It's not the only ones.
No, exactly. Oh, that sounds bad. Let her go and then we'll stop.
Yeah. Is that running?
That's no longer running. This is Brits abroad, this is.
Nice.
Well, that's it. After nearly 27 hours of driving, we're back in the Blackdown Hills.
God bless the Blackdown Hills.
She made it. from Blackdowns to Bavaria. Well, it's now a couple of days on from when we actually made it home. We've had a few days of sleeping and recovering from our 26-hour drive back to the UK. In total, we've covered 2,400 miles with this car behind us, and I think we've done bloody well. If you want to follow me around, it's all looking rather okay. Couple little bits of damage. This one here, that was a customs booth, not my finest hour. Back here, this was the Stelvio pass. And it worked! Also not my finest hour. But all in all, the car's done really rather well. The only failures we've actually had have been the Chinese parts that I bought because they were cheap. And now I'm going to have to buy more again, which is going to be less cheap. The whole buy cheap, you buy twice thing. Yeah, I've succumbed to that. You can see here, we've now got 57 hours total on our engine. A little over 2,400 miles. Everything in here is still relatively intact and as broken as it was before. But yeah, every car made it home. They all did bloody well. I hope you enjoyed watching this. This is a bit of a new thing for us, but I hopefully in the future it can become a bit more of a regular thing, these big extreme road trips. So we'll get better at them as we go forward. Our plan with the car for the future, we're going to carry on with it. It's going to go and sit in the corner of the workshop and be ignored for a little while because I think we need a little bit of time off. But we've got a lot planned for it moving forward, and I'm not going to reveal any of that yet. But let us know what you'd do with it and what you'd like to see us do with it. And see you again in the next video.
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. I've been mistreated, betrayed since I was born.